Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas. DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Behind to crease, it's Marshall. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good, balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The run to the left. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Manning. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Again, it's Brown. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Arch is going to throw for it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Got the back over the middle. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Man, it's nice to have a weapon like that. A receiver playing running back. A guy that you feel so comfortable with that you can slip him out of the backfield, let him run that angle. He sticks his foot in the ground, creates separation, and makes a big play for this offense. Nice versatility by the running back.
Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Arch Madness. Left side is Bishop. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Takes the handoff. It's Smothers. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
DB's right up on the receivers. Fourth down, Manning. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's a perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Throwing, Underwood. Takes the easy completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
Finds his man. stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Stop right there.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Here's Manning to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Manning from the gun on third down. Out wide left, it's Brown. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. The defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. To throw, Manning. Rushes on. On the run, fires downfield. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Second and long here. A give to Brown. Plows through the defense. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Coming out with it, it's Marsh. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Flush to the left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw how the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q. And then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
Play action on first down. Moves to his right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run it. Fights off a defender. At the 45 on his way. Finding some room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people are trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Manning. Look out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Gonna take a shot. Upstairs to make the catch. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50. Third and long, on any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now first and goal.
And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. Here's Arts to throw. He's got it. one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Underwood. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. These Longhorn corners really active with their hands, anticipating well and swatting the ball away.
And not all quarterbacks can do that, but great job seeing the ball in the air, going up, attacking the football, and swatting it away, making sure that that receiver can't get to the football.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Leaping grab for a big gain. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Manning. Left side, it's Wingo. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
Man, this slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Play action, here's Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Arch is going to throw for it. Rolls right. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Brings it down on the right side. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Manning. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Manning to the air again. Out wide right, it's Townsend. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the tight end. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From deep, it's Marsh. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the grab. It's Chambers. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Between the hashes, it's Marsh. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Again, it's Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Throwing, Underwood, into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making the adjustment on the play. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Under pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback.
Snags it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll give it on the counter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now on the move. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Ball is on the 10-yard line. They're not thinking field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Makes the grab in the corner. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Second and long here. Underwood. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Here's Underwood. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Got out of trouble and throws. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
From the gun, swapped immediately.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Play fake, Underwood. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Sees a crease. Turning it on. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Quick completion on the out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Still looking to his right. He's going to take off. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's fourth down.
Defensively on third and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let him throw the football. Make him throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a fourth down and management. So much easier on the offense.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. He's past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Madness. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moves the pocket. It's Manning. Right side, it's Townsend. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They put the brakes on him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's Manning to throw. Buying time to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's past the sticks. He is in! Touchdown, Longhorns! Getting set for the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rink. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Place to start for this offense. To throw, Manning. On the move. He'll pull it down and run. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up second and long. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Rush right in his face. On the move, he fires. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a man in the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Going to the run, it's Smothers. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
They'll run him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a...
He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40, the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Still looking. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
On the move. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll send out the kicker here. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Underwood. Fires to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Underwood. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Play action with Underwood. He's taking a deep shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. After this play, the cake will be baked. Going with the counter play here. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to